that's always an emotional time. I'm just going to throw their names. You just give me a comment or two about each guy. Jack Pease.
Oh, Jack Pease, phenomenal kid.
Yeah.
You know, he's. I remember when we played TCU. He's from the Dallas area. We played TCU down there a few weeks ago, whenever it was, and walking out to the bus, and after a tough loss, and then I see Jack talking to his parents. I hadn't had a chance to meet his parents yet, and so I went up and he introduced me, and I just, I looked at them and said, "You've raised a phenomenal young man."
Great
I mean,
kid.
he's
Yep.
success written all over him. He's one of those guys that can't wait to see where life takes him, but I know it's going to take him somewhere good because he's a special kid.
He really is. Trevor Baskin.
Trevor Baskin, one of the most enjoyable young men I think I've ever coached. He really is. He's got a great spirit about him. I feel bad for Trevor in the sense that he came here with certain, expectations and illusions, and we did too. And he's had a good year. I was looking at our stats today. He's really rebounded the ball well for us. Obviously, he's had some really good games for us. Just a guy that's, again, has success written all over him. I'm anxious to see where he goes from here. I know he wants to continue playing basketball, and I think he will. It's been a learning experience for him, and it's been a learning experience for us in terms of coaching him. But wonderful, wonderful young man.
He's one of those guys you've referenced with Derek White. You would love to see the old rules where you sat for a year and then played.
No question.
He'd have a much better year number 2 after learning for a year.
Absolutely, he would. Absolutely would. There's no question about it. But that's just not the way the game operates now, and so. That's just the way it goes. But I really, really enjoy Trevor. I've said this before, like losing, stinks.
Yeah.
I wanted to use a different word.
That's all right.
But
we know what you're
it stinks.
Yeah.
But when you lose with good kids, at least you can feel like, these guys are about the right things. And to me, Trevor Baskin and Jack Pease are about the right things, as all of them are.
Yeah. Andre Jakimovski.
Yeah, Andre's another one, a guy that we've competed against for 4 years that came here, could have gone to a lot of different places, but really believed in us, believed in our staff, believed in our program, and we believed in him, and I still believe in him. He's a wonderful young guy that, certain guys may not have the amount of success that they want to have or you want them to have. And a lot of times you look at it and you say, well, this, is he in the gym? Is he working? Is he in the weight room? Is he working? And the fact of the matter is, Andre is working his tail off every single day. He will be a good professional, basketball player. Now he'll probably be overseas. He'll probably be in Italy because that's where he has a passport and he's going to be able to have a good career over there. But wonderful young man. It's what's really heartwarming to me is his dad's over here. He's been here for the last 2 weeks. He'll be here on Saturday for senior day, and it's the first time he's had a chance to see him play in college. And so I hope he has a great, great game. And
I didn't know his dad didn't speak English.
No, he does not.
We had Andre come out. It was the first game that Andre was back. And Andre comes out, and his dad says, "So where's your dad?" And he points behind. We're on the air. And I turn around and start talking to his dad, and his dad's just smiling at me, nodding his head. I'm like, well, you think he didn't respond? And then afterward, Andre tells me he doesn't understand what you're talking about. So
that's kind of how I feel in post-game interviews with you, Mark.
Sure. Tad just nods his head and smiles. That dork's asking me something stupid again. I know. All right, 2 guys that have spent their careers here. Javon Ruffin we're going to have on the show here shortly.
Yeah, Ruff, another great kid from a great family, and obviously I remember his dad well from Cherry Creek, high school, and then the University of Tulsa, and great NBA career. And his mom, Misty's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and comes from a great family. And Ruff is a highly intelligent guy, and is a guy that has his career has been marred by a lot of injuries. So it's been at least nice this year to have him, relatively healthy for most of the year, and has a chance to get out there and help us, and plays with a lot of moxie and experience, and. I wish his career could have gone a little bit differently, but the bottom line is, look, Javon Ruffin and his family, the one thing I love about them, and it is lost in today's world, is they are based on getting a great education. And both his mom and dad, went to Tulsa, were engineering majors, and Javon came here thinking he was an engineering major, and then switched. You know,
Okay.
which is fine. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
college is all about.
Oh,
But the
yeah.
fact of the matter is, he comes from a family that values education, and he's going to be successful in his life because of the education he got at the University of Colorado. And certainly the basketball experience was up, but it was down. And I'm glad he's at least had a chance to play and play meaningful minutes and make a contribution to this year's team.
The last one's Julian Hammond, who's one of those great local guy stories. Could have played college football, wants to play basketball, comes here, and I think I said to you here a short time ago. I said, when he walks out of here, he's going to have given you everything he had.
No doubt. And I feel like with Julian and Javon, they've been really loyal to the University of Colorado in this program, and I feel like I wanted to make sure we reciprocated that loyalty, with them their senior year as they came into it. And that's one of the reasons we didn't go into transfer portal and sign a guard that we felt like could come in and do this or do that, because I really believe that Julian and Javon could help us, and they have helped us. So, but Julian is obviously his dad played for the Denver Rockets. I remember my mom and dad taking me down to the Denver Coliseum and Auditorium Arena, watching his dad, play for the Rockets, and then he goes to Cherry Creek High School. He's a hell of a football player, and then comes here and really played kind of behind KJ a little bit in his shadow for 3 years, and now he's had a chance to break out of. He's our leading scorer and another wonderful young man that's a tremendous competitor who I've got a lot of respect for him.